Today in History. It is May 8th today, and we're going to continue with our journey to the past.
We certainly are. We have a couple of events to share with our listeners today. And I have a quiz question for our listeners. First, I'm giggling because of the communication between Hajin PD and Boyoung PD. It's like watching a base runner and a third base coach.
Right.
Someone is going to steal second here soon. I don't know who it is. Here's the quiz question. One of the oldest film studios in Hollywood is number 1, Paramount Pictures, or number 2, Parachute Pictures. Okay, the question one more time. One of the oldest film studios in Hollywood is number 1, Paramount Pictures, and number 2, Parachute Pictures. Those are your options. If you know the answer, please put it on our Bundy board or text in pounder sharp 1045 for 51 to win an eco bag and mug cup.
Okay, so we're going to cover 2 items basically about all the things, out of all those things that have happened on this day in history. So here's the list.
Today in history. In 1886, Coca-Cola was born, and in 1912, Paramount Pictures was founded.
자, 1886년 5월 8일이었습니다. 코카콜라가 이제 세상에 빛을 본 지가 바로 꽤 됐네요. 그죠? 1886년 5월 8일. 1912년 5월 8일에는 Paramount Pictures 이 영화사가 만들어졌다고 하고요. So today is all about logos and images which regardless of their purpose or nature have become recognized icons of their own. So we begin today's journey to the past to a drink.
There would probably be very, very few corners in the world where the name of this drink remains unknown. And of course, we're talking about Coca-Cola. Everybody knows what that is, right?
That's right. It all began with Colonel John Pemberton, who came up with a tonic recipe, which was intended to be consumed as a medicine. 원래 약으로 만들어졌다고 하네요. It was first offered as the French wine Coca Nerve Tonic. All right. It was registered in 1885 and which contained alcohol.
That's interesting. The following year, however, Pemberton came up with a non-alcoholic version of his tonic, and it was on this day in 1886 that the first version of the drink was sold in the city of Atlanta.
Atlanta. The drink was first sold at soda fountains, and it soon became a sensation. By 1891, the first bottling of the drink began with the bottles being quite different from the staple 1915 design we all know now.
Oh, there on Point and Radio
That
was
looks
the
very different.
original Coca-Cola bottle. That looks entirely different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, the bottle itself, known as the Contour bottle, was designed by Earl R. Dean in a competition launched by the company, aiming at creating a bottle which a person could recognize even if they felt it in the dark. And so shaped that, even if broken, a person could tell at a glance what it was.
So Dean came up with a design based on the shape of a coca pod.
Okay.
Oh, really?
That's where it comes from.
그 코카 그 열매, 코코넛 열매에서 모양을 본따서 결국 또 병 디자인을 바꾸게 됐군요.
I never even thought about why it was designed like that. Now, the bottle design and the logo of this drink are probably the most recognizable ones on the planet. To put it in perspective, and according to the company, the red and white logo is the most understood term in the world, second to okay.
Okay. 자, 이 빨간색, 하얀색 지금 보이는 라디오에서 보고 계시는 저 물결 같은 그런 모양의 로고는 OK 다음으로 가장 사람들이 저 딱 보면 저거 코카콜라구나 라고 인식을 할 수 있을 정도가 됐다고 합니다.
That's interesting too. The most recognized term in the world is okay.
Right. 그렇죠.
Yeah.
OK.
Everybody
그렇잖아요.
knows that regardless of the language spoken, right?
맞아요. Now here's another logo that I'm sure is quite recognized around the world.
The logo consisting of a mountain summit crowned by a circle of stars. There it is on Point and Radio. This represents Paramount Pictures, synonymous with many box office hits, Transformers and Mission Impossible among those.
Right. And it was on this day in 1912 that one of the world's top-ranking and high-grossing film studios was founded.
Paramount is the fourth oldest surviving film studio in the world, ahead of Universal Studios, Nordisk Film from Denmark, and Pathé and Gaumont Film Company from France.
현존하는 네 번째로 오래된 영화사가 바로 Paramount Pictures. Now, the distinctive logo of the Pyramid Mountain has been represented the studio since its inception, and it is so far the oldest surviving Hollywood logo.
Huh, didn't know that.
네.
And of course, we couldn't talk about Paramount without mentioning the films that it produced. I mentioned a couple already, Transformers and Mission Impossible, but also The Godfather, one of the best films, if not the best film of all time, many people say. The Truman Show, another fantastic one. Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan. The list goes on and on and on and on.
그렇습니다. 자, 지금 포스터들을 잠깐 보여드리는데요. Paramount Pictures에서 만든 그런 영화들이었습니다. 잘 알려진 영화죠. Okay, so that's it for Today in History. But before we wrap up, let's check out today's quiz question.
Yes, the question was, one of the oldest film studios in Hollywood is number 1, Paramount Pictures, or number 2, Parachute Pictures? And the answer is number 1, Paramount Pictures. And that's going to do it for Today in History. We'll have more information tomorrow, but we'll be right back in just a moment with Daniel and Cine Premiers. We'll find out how his foot is doing. I hope he's okay. I think he's doing much better anyway. Yeah, here's Bing Crosby, Cheek to Cheek.